in dispositional mindfulness and psychological well-being among middle adolescents. God bless you. Congratulations. Krishna Kumar Pandey. His hobbies are listening to music, practicing yoga, frequently traveling. I do not know how he practices yoga while traveling. And in tune with nature only he lives. He does not like the civilized society and the machines. His research, effect of 10 days yoga on body composition in type 2 diabetes. It's really wonderful. If you do practice for 10 days, you will have immediate effect. That is known to him. God bless you. Congratulations. Leena Kumari M. She is basically a student of commerce, moved to yoga instructor's course. She knows many languages, including Kannada and Hindi. She is fond of cooking, and her ambition is to help afflicted people to slowly come out to normal life. Her research is effect of Kalam's on pregnancy outcomes, maternal outcomes. God bless her. Congratulations. Madhusudan Das. He is an artist, he is a photographer, he knows the science of music, he is good at dance and a witness of dance, he does animated computer works, he is a cartoonist, he writes stories, I do not know if they are published, and he is good at cooking. We can go to his house. His research, influence of yoga-based personality development program and psychomotor performance and behavior in school children. Congratulations, God bless you. Mandeep Singh. Our Guruji has been frequently telling that everybody should do 5 good deeds every day. Here is a gentleman who does more than 5 deeds to everyone every day. And he is good at making friends with everybody. His research is Hindi translation of the Vedic personality inventory. Pranic energization technique. God bless you. Congratulations. Manish Ranjan. He is fond of playing and making friends. He has many achievements, national, international, Himalaya Yoga Olympiad, and he has won many cups. I ask you not to clap. She deserves appreciation through your vocal cords. She is a person of very many achievements. Her research is effect of yoga module on cognitive dysfunctioning in type 2 diabetes. Good. God bless you. God bless her. Next. Narendra Kumar. He is a Bachelor of Arts. His hobbies are reading books, traveling, swimming, snake catching. Maybe he has many snakes at his disposal, maybe having in his pocket. His research, effect of yoga on psychological well-being in adolescence. A controlled study. Oh.
Thanks, Ray.
Congratulations. God bless you. Next. Nayan Kumar Mandal. His hobbies are drama, satsang and sports. His research is immediate effect of walk on acupressure track in normal healthy volunteers. God bless her. Bless him, sorry. Oh. Next is Nivedita Bilyangadi. She is good at painting. She is good at trekking. She comes from Hubli, Karnataka. God bless her. Congratulations. Next is Parameshwar Some. He is also from West Bengal. His hobbies are playing cricket and volleyball. He is fond of reading books. He is working as a yoga therapist in Arogyadhama presently. His research is immediate effect of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama on brain wave coherence. Congratulations. Prashanti Kumar Singh. His achievements are very many, maybe 2 pages here. Let us appreciate him for all his achievements. His research is immediate effect of Trataka on performance in Stroop Color World Test. God bless him. Congratulations. Next is Preeti Nandi. Her hobbies are cooking. She does not eat what she cooks. She serves it all to all of us, serving all, painting, listening to Rabindra Sangeet, and her research is on effect of integrated yoga module on perceptibility of stress and emotional competence based on coping strategies of diabetes mellitus patient. God bless her. Congratulations. Rahul Narang. His hobbies are to read books, yoga. He never walks, he only runs. He is fond of sports and he is every day traveling. His research is immediate effect of cyclic meditation on fasting blood glucose in type 2 diabetes. Wonderful. Congratulations. God bless him. Rahul Singh. He is our yoga instructor. He is practicing yoga regularly. He does not stop it. He reads books. He travels very frequently. His research is relationship between yogic personality, guna, and psychological well-being. God bless him. Congratulations. Om. Ramamurthy V. His hobbies are counseling, practicing yoga, doing karma yoga, research on yoga therapy, and he studied Indian scriptures. He spends a lot of time in meditation. His research is changes in heart rate variability following yogic visual concentration. God bless him. Congratulations. Home. Shaila V. She knows English, Hindi, Telugu, Kannada, and her hobbies are traveling and cooking. Her research, correlation of stress with BMI, GIT, TSH in the first trimester of pregnancy. God bless her. Congratulations. Om. Next. Satyabrata Sahu. He is from Orissa, Balasore. His hobbies are many. His research is immediate effect of asanas on the psychophysiological changes. God bless him. Congratulations. Om. Next. Sindhu Shankar. She is a student of BSc Zoology. She has the nursery teacher's training. She has practiced yoga. She has done many courses. Her hobbies are reading, writing, and painting. Her ambition is to have yoga therapy and research on special children. Her research project is effect of columns on pregnancy outcomes. God bless her. Congratulations. Om. Song Vanhua. Her hobbies are reading books, yoga practice, and walking. Her achievement is as a yoga teacher in the university. Her research topic is effect of an integrated approach of yoga therapy in the management of knee pain. God bless her. Congratulations. Om. Next. Sunita Vaishnav. Her hobbies are cooking, singing, traveling, art, craft, tuning with nature. Her extracurricular activities, participation in annual celebrations at school and college. She has not mentioned she has got the prizes or not. Her research, psychometric properties of the Hindi version mindfulness attention awareness scale. God bless her. Congratulations. Om. Next. Naroriyam Uttam Kumar Singh. Reading, playing, listening to songs. His research is psycho-spiritual well-being between drug abusers and drug non-abusers. God bless him. Next. Vanaja Garde. She is basically a student of commerce. She has done her management programs for women entrepreneurs. Currently, she is operating 2 KC Das Bengali Sweets outlets in Bangalore. She is a student of yoga instructor's course. She has done her research project, Effect of Antenatal Yoga on Pregnancy Outcome in an urban obstetric practice, a controlled study. God bless her. Congratulations. Om. Vani KB. She is a student of originally BBM. She is a diploma holder in human resources, worked as human resource professional for about 8 years. Her hobbies are listening to music, playing veena, etc. Her research topic is effect of Indian classical music and integrated yoga in reducing the state of anxiety during normal pregnancy. God bless her. Congratulations. Om. Next. Vipin. Over. Isha Shukla. Vipin, come back. It's not. Yes. Vipin Dansoya. Hobbies, reading books, yoga, running, sports, traveling. Immediate effect of MSRT on state anxiety and cognitive functions in patients suffering from generalized anxiety disorder. God bless her. Congratulations. Vipin. I thought you were a girl. I read the other for you. Now I read it again. Please note. Immediate effect of MSRT on state of anxiety and cognitive functions in patients suffering from generalized anxiety disorder. Congratulations. Next, MSc Yoga and Education. Over, sir. Yoga and Consciousness, MSc, Madhukeshwara Hegde. His achievements: thoroughly studied the ancient yogic literature. He is now admitted to the degree of MSc Yoga and Consciousness. God bless. May he have the congratulations. Om. Rakesha CS. He is admitted to the degree of MSc Yoga and Education. His hobbies are writing. He is a critic. He is an excellent orator, and he is a musician. He plays guitar. His research is on various topics. He has authored a book, Sarva Moola Siddhant, in Sanskrit, which is published in 2011. He presented a research paper in Vedic World Congress held in Benares Hindu University, Varanasi. Presented research paper in International Conference on Let Every Mother and Child Count, held in Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthana 2005, Bangalore. Presented a research paper in National Conference on Sanskrit organized by Pondicherry University, Pondicherry. Presented a paper on rejuvenation of Sanskrit in Sri Aurobindo Research Center, Pondicherry. Even when he was very young, he presented many papers. By the time he becomes a man of my age, I may not have the time to read all the papers which he is going to present. God bless him. Congratulations. Oh.
And the Bachelor of Science, we have three different streams. BSc Yoga Education, BSc Yoga Consciousness, and BSc Yoga. Now I call upon the candidates for BSc Yoga Education. First, Tinu Paul. I request that when I call upon one candidate, please the next candidate be moved to the other side, and please be waiting over there so that we move a little fast. So the next candidate, Uday Kumar Sharma. Uday Kumar Sharma. So his research was on yoga for children. He has most conventional hobbies, listening to songs, reading books, and playing games. And he has been contributing in different activities of the university. Uday Kumar Sharma. I call upon Uma Maheshwar Sriram. Uma Maheshwar Sriram is from Chennai, BA Psychology, MA Astrology, Postgraduate Diploma in Yogic Science, Yoga Teacher, Trainer, Naturopathy, and Yoga Therapy Instructor. Uma Maheshwari. Next I call upon Viresh. Viresh has worked on immediate effect of asana practice on chi energy in normal healthy volunteers. Viresh likes listening to songs, reading books, playing games, and he has been actively involved in university activities. Viresh. Yoga Consciousness, call upon Anish. Anish has worked on a very special topic, Bhutha Radhanam, a project submitted in Prabodhini earlier. And his extracurricular activities include conducting lots of camps, particularly related to children. Anish. Call upon Anusha Anil. Anusha has won lots of prizes and awards, and she has primary extracurricular activity as Hindustani music, and she participates in sports as well. Anusha.
Narendra. Hemant Bain kalsin reke. Bhaiya please.
Call upon Avinash Chettiar. Avinash has been awarded by Sringeri Sharada Math in Bhagavad Gita competition singing 700 slokas. He has also participated in several summer camps of yoga and Samskrita camps. He studied in Prabodhini Gurukul after 5th and completed BA in Advaita Vedanta. Avinash. Call upon Bhumi Joshi. Bhumi Joshi has worked on Sanskrit as a supra language. Bhumi has been participating in teaching Sanskrit, listening to music, playing other games, and she has also been involved in lots of Sanskrit related camps and teaching Sanskrit activities. Bhumi. Now I call upon Kajol Sahu. Kajol has been involved in the Stop Diabetes movement of S-VYASA University. She has produced a literary report on Kriya Yoga. She has been participating in advanced yoga activities. She has also participated in national and international level yoga competitions. Kajol Sahu. Call upon Nagendra Ramachandra Hegde. Ramachandra Hegde, he has been awarded Manorama by Samskrita Bharati in Nyaya division. Nagendra Ramachandra Hegde he has studied from Veda Vijnana Gurukula after 10th and completed Shastri in Advaita Vedanta. Nagendra Ramachandra Hegde. Kalpan Poonam Sharma. Poonam has also been involved in propagating the Stop Diabetes movement. She has got many medals in sports competitions and first prize in bhajan competition. She has been involved in several outdoor games. Poonam Sharma. Prakash Krishna from Bihar. Prakash Krishna has been involved not only in Stop Diabetes movement but also into several workshops and camps conducted by S-VYASA University. His hobbies include traveling and visiting new places, reading English novels and reading on alternate medicine. Prakash. Rinki Sharma. Rinki Sharma. She has won first prize in bhajan competition, actively involved in Stop Diabetes movement of S-VYASA University. Her extracurricular activities include participating in sports and music competitions. Rinki Sharma. Now I call upon Rishikant Sharma. Rishikanta, educated from Veda Vijnana Gurukula. His achievements include he has taught Saraswati Gnana Mandir as a teacher. His extracurricular activities include conducting summer camps in both yoga and Sanskrit. Rishikant Sharma. Sanjay Sevi. Sanjay, once again, this whole group has participated in the Stop Diabetes movement, particularly contributed to as yoga therapy instructor. His extracurricular activities include listening to songs and reading books and of course playing games. Sanjay Sevi. Shashanka Hathwar TV. Shashanka's research achievements include Manaprasha Manopaya project submitted in Prabodhini Gurukul in 2008. He has also been awarded Manorama Award from Samskrita Bharati in Nyaya division. Shashank Hathwar. Surendra Kumar. Surendra Kumar has also been involved in conducting several camps in Sanskrit and yoga. His hobbies include practicing yoga, reading books and photography. He's also been, he has studied from Veda Vignan Gurukula after 10th and completed BA in Advaita Vedanta. Surendra Kumar. Vidyashri. An expert in Carnatic classical music, propagated the initiatives of S-VYASA, particularly Stop Diabetes movement in different states. Studied from Maitreyi Gurukul, and she likes listening to songs, singing, drawing and reading books. Vidyashri. Call upon Vinod G. Baragi. Vinod has submitted a report on Yogi Dinacharya in the light of scriptures. His achievements include second place in state level speech competition on Shastrarth Vichara. His hobbies include practicing bhajans and reading books. Vinod B. G. Baragi. Call upon Vishwajit. Vishwajit is from MES College, Bangalore, PUC, and he has been a strong believer and practitioner of yoga, and he likes reading books, and he has been looking forward to taking yoga as his profession in future. Next candidate from BSc Yoga, Jang Jun Yun. So, Jang Jun In, she has two elder sisters, born to an engineer and business lady. She likes climbing and painting. Her research included effect of IAVT on stroke. Jang Jun Yun. Koil Giri. Koil Giri from Bangalore. Research included effects of IAVT in gastrointestinal disorders. Her achievements included conducting yoga classes along with dance as a freelancer. Koil Giri. Call upon Kusuma. Kusuma has worked on effect of integrated approach of yoga therapy on arthritis. Her hobbies include listening to songs, cooking, drawing, reading books, playing games. Her special achievements are in dance and singing. Kusuma. Call upon Mayanglambam Rema Devi. Rema Devi has worked on effect of 2 weeks of intensive yoga therapy in obesity in a residential setup. Her extracurricular activities include playing games and particularly football. Call upon Panji. Born to a businessman and housewife as mother. Climbing, reading, historian books and walking are her hobbies. Special extracurricular activity, chanting, and her work is on effect of IAVT on arthritis. Pan G. Rajendra Goshika. Rajendra Goshikar has worked on yoga for obesity. He has won several awards from Odisha state. He has organized several yoga competitions in Cuttack in Odisha and participated in national and international yoga competitions. Rajendra. Call upon Tulsi Das. Diploma in Electrical Engineering, Diploma in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, very special field. He has been actively involved in yoga therapy, and his research work included yoga for management of vascular disorders, particularly brain stroke. Tulsi Das. Kalpan Sharada Pibat. Sharada Bantu, Ayurveda doctors. Her mother particularly MA in Sanskrit. Her hobbies include singing, particularly interested in yoga, working in yoga and taking it as her profession. Sharada Pibat. Sneha Chandana. Sneha Chandana worked on effect of integrated approach of yoga therapy on attention. Her special extracurricular activity include makeup, and her other hobbies are listening songs, reading books and playing games. Sneha Chandra. Sunil Kumar, presented in absentia. Suprita M. Suprita has worked on effect of integrated approach of yoga therapy on attention. Her extracurricular activities include dance, singing. She is also an athletic player. Her hobbies are listening songs, reading books and playing games. Suprita M. Thank you very much.
Registrar, please give the prize for the prize winners of the different classes.
Respected dignitaries, the dais, it was a very difficult task for us to get the prizes because all of you are very, very good. But we have to do it, we have done it. I thank all the faculty members and others who have taken active role in judging the prizes for our students. Manohanmane Rudraya Lakshmi Memorial Academic Excellence Award for Best Student among PhD. Can you guess who? Goes to V. Tudu Ilavarsu. He is the director of this students. He is representing all of you and he will be speaking for 2 minutes.
My beloved and respected teachers, respected dignitaries on the dais, and my dear brothers and sisters. It is indeed a moment of joy and privilege for me to represent our students and share my experiences. 5 years of being a residential PhD student, I regard this environment not only for its academic excellence, but also for its spiritual ambience. Each institution has its uniqueness, and here it is a blend of academic excellence and spiritual environment. I strongly feel that if a student miss this spiritual component staying here for a longer time, he has missed the most vital part of this institute. As my PhD course progressed, I realized that it is that inner stability which is of greater importance. If this inner integrity is taken care of, I feel academic excellence just follows as a mere byproduct. Not only academic excellence, but any pursuit will flourish. Can we throw ourselves into sadhana and make ourselves available at the disposal of others' need? This was the greatest inspiration which we imbibed from this university. They say if a child lives with security, he learns to have faith. If a child lives with approval, he learns to like himself. S-VYASA has given us that inner security and approval so that we can grow in our faith and have deeper Shraddha in us, which according to Swami Vivekananda is a first step towards God. This body is given to us, this mind and intellect is also given to us as gifts of God. What we do with these faculties is our offerings back to God. The academic body of this university has recognized us all as potential candidates to spread the message of yoga across the world at a higher academic platform. We consider this as our duty and responsibility. I pray to the Almighty God to give us strength and guidance to execute this responsibility. With a deep sense of gratitude, we thank all our teachers, and with all humility, we offer at their feet their fruits of action, their karma phala. For today, we are what they made us. You made us strong with all your love and affection so that we can bloom wherever we are planted. Our hearty thanks once again to all our teachers to give a new shape to our lives. With these few words, I conclude, thanking for the opportunity to express our views. Thank you.
This time the two students of PhD are sharing the Manonmani Rudraya Lakshmi Award. The next student is Manonmani Rudraya and Lakshmi Memorial Academic Excellence Award for PhD Best Thesis. Goes to Mr. Amrutamshu Ram. Then for MD students, Dr. Dayananda Dangonkar Memorial Award for Best MD Thesis goes to Dr. Shubhada Talwarkar. Has been instituted by our well-wisher Dr. Dayanand in the memory of Dr. Dayananda Dangonkar. Dr. Dayanand Dangonkar Memorial Award for MD students, Best Student of MD, goes to Dr. Vinod Kumar. So I instituted two MSc prizes. I request Dr. K.B. Akhilesh to award the Best Yoga graduates. Madan Mohan Shekdar Memorial Award for Best Student among MSc Yoga graduates goes to Jala Kalpesh Ratila. I request Dr. B.N. Gangadhar to get the prize of Vasishtha Award for Best MSc Dissertation, Sindhu Shankar. Two prizes have been instituted under the Union of Yoga and Spiritual Sciences. I request Dr. M.K. Sridhar to hand over the prize of Venkatarayana Shastri Memorial Award for Best Dissertation among MSc Conscious Graduates, Rakesh C.S. I request Yogacharya B.K. Sayengar to give prize to Venkat Narayana Shastri Memorial Award for Best Student among MSc Conscious Graduates, Mr. Madhukeshwar Hegde. Now I request Dr. Goyal to give Vivekananda Excellence Award for Best Student among BSc Yoga Graduates, Mr. S. Tulsidas. Amrita Suryananda to give prize to Professor N. Nagappa Memorial Award for Academic Excellence among BSc Consciousness Graduates, Mr. Prakash Krishna. Thank you very much.
Graduates of the university, please arise.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Vedamanujya Acharyaha Antevasinam Anushasti Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyandhanamahritya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi Satyanna Pramaditavyam Dharmanna Pramaditavyam Kushalanna Pramaditavyam Bhutyai na Pramaditavyam Swadhyaya Pravajanabhyam na Pramaditavyam Deva Pitrakaryaabhyam na Pramaditavyam Matradevo Bhava Pitradevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atithi Devo Bhava Yanyanavadyani Karmani Tani Sevitavyani No Itarani Yanyasmakam Sucharitani Tani Tvayopasyani No Itarani Yeke Jasmachreyagamso Brahmanaha Tesham Tvayasanena Prashvasitavyam Shraddhaya Deyam Ashraddhaya Adeyam Shriya Deyam Bhiya Deyam Samvida Deyam अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्त विचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता अयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता अयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतत् अनुशासनम् एवम् उपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम्. After having imparted the purest knowledge to his disciple, Acharya, representative of the highest excellence, gives this anushasana to his disciple. You have to make your family tradition to continue. You have to follow Satya, Dharma, self-study and guided studies. They must be inseparable part of your life journey. You have to adore your parents, father, mother, teacher and guests. You have to share whatever you possess with devotion, with proper insight, with fear of respect. Devotion must be there. Whatever you see, the great qualities exhibited in their behavior of teachers, that you have to follow. If something of otherwise, it is not to be followed. When you go to your place, start your journey, there may be possibility of two types of dilemmas while discharging your duties and while behaving with many co-travelers in your place. There you have to find out a proper role model who embodies those great qualities of great rishis, those who have so much compassionate heart, who have practice of dharma, righteousness always, those who are replic of great characters. Such people you have to follow. While dealing with people who are not so great qualities and characters, there also you must not be charged by negativity. You must possess that positivity which was exhibited by great persons of your place who have all these respected the said qualities. That is how you have to follow. That is how you have to carry this message of great rishis of yore. This must be exhibited. This must be always manifested in your behavior. This is the Anushasana, great order of great rishis of yore. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Graduates, Chancellor of the University, I charge you that in thought, word and deed, you will always endeavor to uphold the dignity and art of your profession. Graduates, please take the pledge.
We the graduates of the university do hereby pledge that we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and place it at the disposal of our countrymen and humanity. We promise that we shall not undertake any activity which is likely to bring discredit to our institution or profession or to our country. We also pledge that we shall maintain and perpetuate the honor and reputation of our university in all our activities. Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Today is a very special day, not only for this university, but I think for the entire world and our nation. For last 1 year, we have been celebrating 158th birth centenary year of Swami Vivekananda, whose great name this university bears. Therefore, as a day of culmination and 11th convocation day of this university have fallen together, I offer on behalf of all of us, both on this Vyasapith and all of you students, my obeisances to this great son of India, Swami Vivekananda first. I consider it a great privilege, a param bhagya, to sit amidst two great Maharshis, Yoga Pitamaha, Honorable Sri B.K. Sayangarji. I never imagined a day will come in my life where in a Dikshanta Samarambha like this, I will get an opportunity to sit beside this Yoga Pitama, this Maharshi, Sri B.K. Sayangar, whom we have honored. I would not say whom we have honored. We are celebrating this great Guru in this convocation celebration. We are also proud that I got introduced to another Maharishi, Swami Amrita Suryananda, who is taking this great science India had advanced to the entire world. So first I will offer, take blessings from these two great gurus before I begin. Honorable Chancellor, Dr. H.R. Nagendra, who lovingly called me, affectionately called me to be the chief guest of this function, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Vidwan Ramchandra Bhatt, members of the Academic Council, members of the Board of Studies, friends, we have been reading the scriptures, reading in the books, the word Jagat Guru recurs again and again, the world teacher, Jagat Guru Adya Shankaracharya, the proponent of the highest knowledge of Advaita. But we have not failed the presence of Jagat Guru. Of course, there are Jagat Guru titles. But today we can say a teacher who is recognized, respected, venerated, revered across the world in the field of yoga, he is none other than Jagat Guru Sri B.K.S. Iyengar. By honoring this Jagat Guru, I think the university has honored itself and set such high standards to be accomplished. Swami Amrita Suryananda ji and Dr. David Richardson, who is not amongst us today, but who has been honored with the DSc degree, man of great accomplishment. I think university has set standards, such high standards for these degrees, which I have not witnessed in most of the universities. My dear students, you are indeed fortunate. I consider you are very fortunate. You may not feel so. Sometimes you may look at other universities of the world like Stanford, Harvard, MITs. But I think, if I know something, you are indeed fortunate that you consciously chose amongst several alternatives before you and your parents had. For education, for higher education, for your PhD, to build a foundation of your life on yoga. I think we must acclaim this. We must celebrate you that you decided to build a foundation of your life, of your education, of your knowledge on yoga. Yoga is the science and technology of living, encompassing not only body, transformation of body, mind and spirit, but also all the Panchakoshas. You know them, this Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. I would like to share with you the artist's quest as I was studying, particularly when I embarked on research of understanding the nature of reality. The ultimate purpose of any knowledge is to understand reality that we sense, that we perceive, that we imagine. And the path I had chosen was, having seen science, having studied science, the incompleteness of today's physical science, that the path must be the synthesis of science and spirituality, of which Swami Vivekananda talked about, science and religion. To understand the completeness of this, to have the complete understanding of the reality. And what for? For the service of humanity. I would like to state, based on my studies, based on my understanding, that yoga, as advanced by Maharishi Patanjali, in the form of the holistic Ashtanga Yoga, is both the science and technology of coming to grasp of that reality. Yogacharya, in his book, has articulated this path of Maharishi Patanjali in the contemporary context. I was wondering to myself, coming from technology, is there a technology of spirituality? Technology of various scientific disciplines have been advanced, but is there a technology that we can create? A technique that if you do this will be accomplished. Even in self-realization or realization of God, what we call it. I think that technology is yoga. I am very happy that your Honorable Vice Chancellor, Honorable Chancellor, and the team decided to choose a pillar, a university dedicated to yoga, academics, research and practice. Swami Vivekananda had articulated on yoga like no one else had done earlier. His articulations on Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga and Raj Yoga are masterpieces which call for the coming of East and West together and to create a new vision for the entire humanity. I think S-VYASA fulfills that vision of Swami Vivekananda in many ways. I remember when the 21st century was about to dawn, in the national planning, the University Grants Commission, UGC, thought that we must create new universities based on innovative ideas. And it called for potential proposals for such universities. And I must say that Dr. Nagendra and some of the distinguished people who are present here made a proposal, responded to this call with a visionary proposal that was rightly named as Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Samsthan, S-VYASA for short. S-VYASA, as it deemed to be university under Section 3 of the UGC Act 1956, was approved by UGC. This was a very important in the journey of education, in the journey of higher education in India, I think. Yes, S-VYASA is not only India's, which has been often said today, but also world's first university entirely dedicated, entirely devoted to the academics and research of yoga. I think we are celebrating this university. Today, S-VYASA has a sprawling 100-acre campus with 1,500 students, both face-to-face and distance education, BSc, MSc, PGDYT, PhD and PhD courses in 5 streams which have been named. It has been said, it has been claimed that S-VYASA has excelled in 2 areas, namely yoga research and yoga therapy through its Center for Yoga Research and a well-equipped 200-bedded hospital for yoga therapy for many ailments and diseases which are confronting, which has no solution in the modern medicine. I must particularly acclaim. We often say that our universities of higher education, higher learning must be driven by research. Today our institutes of higher learning have become degree awarding institutions with bare scant research. I am pleased to see that S-VYASA has set up 6 laboratories covering molecular biology, autonomic functions testing, and exercise physiology, sleep, understanding of sleep, cognitive neuroscience, psychology, and bioenergy, the new emerging field. Its research centers have been recognized. Its research center has been recognized by DSIR, ICMR, and Ayush. I am told that university has now 500 MSc students, 150 PhD students, with a track record of 280 research papers published in peer-reviewed national and international journals. It has also launched international journal on yoga called iJoy, the first yoga journal which is listed in PubMed. It is heartening to know that S-VYASA has organized so far 100 symposia, workshops, national and 30 national and 20 international conferences, and it has spread across many cities, 56 cities and also 56 countries across the world. I consider this I think I have been reviewing, I have been looking at sitting in the planning for the higher education. I have never seen such a progress. It's an amazing progress in such a short time. I'm the chairman of IIT Delhi. We often get opportunities how IITs were launched by government with significant commitment from the prime successive prime ministers, starting from Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. I think we must acclaim, I must particularly acclaim S-VYASA's rise in such a short time. As articulated by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India, who had a dream, who dreamt a dream of India becoming a developed nation, not only a developed nation, but an advanced nation of the world. I believe, friends, the 21st century, despite what you read, what you see in the media, what occurs before you, is the century of Asia, is the century of East, it is the century of India. India is very important. India is already the 3rd largest economy of the world, if you do not know. 3rd largest economy of the world, starting from the bottom when we got the independence. In the field of science and technology, who are the first 2 economies? USA and China. And we are the 3rd, measured by GDP in purchasing power parity terms. You look at the Wikipedia. In science and technology, India is among the top 5 nations of the world. Our accomplishments in the space program, which you have just seen, the launch of GSLV and mission Mars, Mangalyaan and Chandrayaan, and our PSLVs and ASLVs earlier, I think we are one of the top nations of the world already. In the field of supercomputing, which I had an occasion to, just fortune to really lead for India, we have also excelled, and we are one of the leading countries of the world pursuing the goal after the terascale supercomputers, the petascale supercomputers. We have embarked on the path of developing one of the world's largest supercomputing capability, the capability which will reach to a level that we can perform 10 to the power 18 mathematical operations in 1 second, which is a great challenge for exascale supercomputers. We are recognized all over the world for what we accomplish in the field of software, in the field of information technology. We are called the superpower of information technology. I have no doubt that India will be an advanced country by 2020. There is no question of that. India already is. But how shall we know that we are an advanced country? I remember when Param supercomputer was being developed, and we had created the first prototype in the very first 2 years, starting from 1988, 1990, and I showed it to my professors and researchers in India that this is the supercomputer which were named Param, means in Sanskrit, this really supreme in the what we call a super in English, and I had named it Param. Nobody believed that. No one ever believed that. I said, this is a super, it doesn't look like Gray. They had seen the photographs of Gray, and we began that we had never seen a supercomputer. It is the students like you who came, graduated, who were first time seeing, started embarking on learning what supercomputing is. And they developed it, first prototype within 2 years' time. Then I realized, in remembrance of Swami Vivekananda's life, that until you go out of the country, and the world recognizes you, like Swami Vivekananda, the great heritage of India, the great philosophy of India had to be spoken from Chicago, the Parliament of Religion, you remember, way back in 1893. So I decided, along with my team members, to go out of India, and there was a conference, an exposition of world supercomputers in Zurich, and our computer was taken. That's a great story, how it was taken out, and how it was assembled. And when it was benchmarked, it came second to US, and Europe declared that India has developed a supercomputer. Then only we admitted that we had developed a supercomputer. So how shall we know that we are the advanced? We will be achieved that 2020 will come, and but will India accept that we are advanced country? And there is one test. I was talking to Dr. Abdul Kalam while inaugurating National Dedication of High-Secure IT, the institute which were created in Pune. I said there is only one test, and that test is what test? When was India advanced country of the world? When she had created world's first universities, like Takshashila, like Nalanda, which is being resurrected again. When the aspiring learners from neighboring kingdoms of that time, the aspiring students came from all over the world at that time to learn in Nalanda University. Different disciplines. It's amazing that such a university was set up. And there were a series of universities got set up. And we had a very advanced Gurukul system already, network of Gurukul system, which was destroyed when Macaulay came. Important is that when the students from all over the world come to learn to Indian universities, from the US, from Europe, from Japan, China, once again come to learn to Indian universities, that day India would be truly an advanced country of the world. But this will not happen. This will not happen if we create the same knowledge. We are trying to follow the knowledge which was created in Europe, which was later advanced in the United States and Japan and other countries of the world. We are trying to match every time the question comes, whenever the president addresses the convocation like IITs, which we did recently last in IIT Delhi, where I am the chairman of the board of governors. The question comes, where do the universities stand in world ranking? We are still struggling to catch up. This will not come by pursuing the same knowledge system which we have been doing for the last 100 years. We have to create new knowledge. The knowledge that does not exist in the world today. And India has a great advantage. Once upon a time, we created a great knowledge system. 4 Vedas, 4 Upavedas, the Vedangas to understand the Vedas, different darshanas. Yoga is one of the darshans. Dharma Shastras, the Ityasas, the Puranas, and the commentaries on that. The triad of Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Bhagavad Gita. Brahma Sutra is nothing but the equations of eternity, of living, understanding this cosmic reality. When India creates a new knowledge system, in the universities like this, people will come to teach here, students will come to learn here. That day, India would have become the Jagat Guru. That is the dream. Yes, Vyasa, I think has a potential. Yes, Vyasa has a potential to be the Jagat Guru, to creation, to contribute to this effort. And that's why I consider that you are really fortunate that you made a conscious decision. Many people may have questions about what are the careers before you and many things like that, compared to your colleagues, compared to your friends. But you have made a very conscious, not only that, not only for just learning and getting a degree or so on, but for the life itself. Yoga will transform. No university has transformed. No university offers education which transforms you. We have the technology, our ancient rishis have given the technology to transform ourselves. And we are running in different directions. I feel, starting from the school education, not only that, starting from mothers to be in the womb of the mother, for the parents, yoga has to be the foundation of our entire education system. Then India would have created its unique education system. Of course, all kinds of branches of learning we welcome, and India has always welcomed that. Finally, I would say that I bow before all these rishis. The way this convocation was conducted in a very cheerful atmosphere, very spiritual atmosphere, by hailing Om every time the degree was awarded, and most importantly, a very humorous environment as well. On talking on humor, I must say that by working on artificial intelligence and going to the computers, one of the most difficult things to be accomplished is to understand humor. To understand and articulate humor very beautifully in few words. That is the power of humor. When the PhD thesis topics, MS theory topics, whatever the MD topics were, this is, I find, a remarkable synthesis occurring of India's ancient knowledge system. Where one side sees the various aspects of yoga, and another side is the measurement of the results, the validations, like quantum coherence phenomena, which was advanced after quantum mechanics. We are studying these two advances, the great ancient knowledge system one side, and validation is in the modern scientific methods the other side. Synthesis of science like this is the spirituality of the knowledge. This is uniqueness of S-VYASA. Friends, we are all lucky, we are all fortunate. I greet you on this occasion for your convocation, and now you should be the agents of, you should be really the messengers of transformation of India. And then there is no other goal. But Swami Vivekananda had prophesied that in 1897, 50 years later, India would get independence in a very unique way, very novel way, and we got independence. And 100 years later, India will create prosperity in all terms of the holistic terms. This I never seen the people. I think we are here to fulfill the dream of Swami Vivekananda. Friends, nothing less will do. You have a mission to be performed, and I am sure you will fulfill this mission of Swami Vivekananda. Thank you very much.
children of yoga. In all music concerts, the last function is the Mangala. They play Mangala. As the oldest sadhaka, practitioner in yoga, I'm still practicing. I'm not really speaking on yoga. So being the oldest living practitioner of yoga today, you having won the graduation, the life begins for you from now on. It's an avenue, degree is an avenue for you to build up your life of the future. There is a vast difference when I started yoga, the 20th century and the 21st century. At that time we were called madcaps. Practitioners of yoga were called madcaps. And from that situation, where our Indians, yoga being the root of India, root knowledge of India, it was an allied subject to the Indians even. Today, what a joy in the 21st century that people who are calling madcaps in the 20th century, in the 21st century, you are getting awards. What a revolution in the field of yoga. So your life begins from now on. And Patanjali has given the way of living, the art of living, through Yama and Yama, and the science of life through the other 6 aspects of yoga. Pramanyatvam pranamatve hetuho. Any transformation, if it has to take place, there should be a technology krama. This is what Patanjali has said 2000 years ago. So technology is the science, art of living is the first part of the principles of Yama and Yama. I request you that as yoga is slightly budding up now, you have a tremendous responsibility on your heads. Don't be satisfied with what you have now. Be a divine discontentment in your life. That divine discontentment will take you to experience the unalloyed bliss. Patanjali, the art of science, he speaks of dharana, dhyana and samadhi as antaranga samyama. If it is antaranga samyama, unfortunately he has not used what is bahiranga samyama. Though he says the other aspects are bahiranga. So, art of living is yama and yama. Science of yoga begins from asana, pranayama and pratyahara, where you can experiment, experience and present the value of yoga through bahiranga samyama, which are asana, pranayama and pratyahara, which is known as perceptual science. Then dharana and dhyana samadhi is a conceptual science where you cross over from the senses of perception towards the sense of intelligence, consciousness and conscience. And therefore, that antaranga samyama and bahiranga samyama, if both are united together, you experience the unalloyed joy in life. So begin with your life, remembering Patanjali in your life, and the philosophy of yoga, in one word is said, give more than what you know. Today you read in paper, yoga is commercialized. Forget all those things, whatever people may say. But give 10% more than what you earn. And that is the philosophy. And I am sure that your conscience will be very happy that you have taken less than what you have given. That is dana. Friends, God bless you. I am still a student. When as a student, what I know I can teach. What I do not know, I have to practice. Therefore, I am a student. So, be students in your mind. Develop humility, because you are playing with other lives. In yoga, we play with other lives. It's a subjective knowledge, subjective prajnana. Therefore, you have to be very careful, be humble when you handle the colleagues of you in the art of teaching. God bless you. Live long, live happily, live with contentment. God will look after you.
Wasn't that fantastic? The real essence of the yoga dimension. That's what comes out of his experience of long practice for decades. At this age of 96, we are hoping that we will see his century soon, in the next 4 years, and we'll be able to appreciate him in that year. And it's such a great pleasure and joy that he accepted our invitation to accept the doctorate of letters, and it is not an honor for him, it is an honor for the university. So should I say that we are very, very grateful to you, Ingarji, for having come all the way and being with us for all this almost 2.5 hours with us, amidst all these students, and your very presence has made them sublime. Thank you so much. And to our chief guest, Vijay Bhatkarji, when I said that P.K. Sengarji is coming and Amrit Suryananji is going to be with us, immediately he said, I want to be there. And what a love and affection he has for us to come here. And his speech rightly brought about the new dimension that Swami Vivekananda had dreamed being concretized here. And we are so much thankful to you, Vijay Bhatkarji, and your blessings, your cooperation, your association should grow now on more and more with the university, and with a new center of the Center for Corporate Spiritual Responsibility we are going to launch in the afternoon. We want you to be part of this new dimension, to bring the spiritual dimension into the corporate world. Today afternoon, few o'clock, we are going to have. Therefore, without taking much of your time, I would like to honor our great Bhishma Pitamaha, always called our being, both of us, and we have learned with him. And Swami Amrit Suryananji also wants to honor him. You can do that.
Fine. Ramurthy ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೈಡ್ ರಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅನುಷಾ भैया साइड में बैठे
I am only a Shishya. I'm very emotional and honored for this moment, precious moment. Every time I saw Dr. Nagendra ji, I saw Swami Vivekananda ji. With Dr. Nagendra ji and his team, the work of Swami Vivekananda ji lives forever. Every time I visualized and I saw the Mahaguru Iyengar ji, I saw the Adiguru, Lord Shiva. Our Mahaguru lives forever in our hearts, in our mind, and put in your eyes tears of light and love. I ask permission and help to Dr. Nagendra ji to honor Shri 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 BKS Iyengar ji in the name of the Portuguese Yoga Confederation. With the title of the International Yoga Grandmaster.
Hey, wait, sit down. Savu.
And also with the International Award, Kailasha Award.
I request the Chancellor to sign the record of degrees.
Mike. Now, what did we know?
Now I declare the convocation closed. Please get up to our national anthem.
Manahadinayaka Jaya He